Tonight on SmackDown Live AfterBuzzTV After Show, if you want to get ready for a big pay-per-view, then just completely mix everything up like what happened tonight. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Some may be saying yes, some may be saying no, but my God, this SmackDown was crazy. And we're going to break it down live on AfterBuzzTV.com, the AfterBuzz TV YouTube page, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. Like, subscribe, tell your friends and your foes about the world of AfterBuzz TV as we break down this week's SmackDown Live. And what a SmackDown it was. What's up, everybody? I am Christian Rosenberg. Whole crew's back with me tonight. First off, he is sporting the shirt of perhaps a new champion.
Perhaps.
It is Tom Connolly.
Yes. Oh man, what a great show. I'm gonna cry, everybody.
Don't cry.
Tears of joy.
Don't cry. There's a different type of rage tonight. Tears of rage.
No raging.
Well, next to Tom, she's back. It's Miss Gabby Loren.
Hey guys, glad to be back with you all again. And yeah, we have lots to talk about because this was an incredible SmackDown.
Why? What happened? I felt like the SmackDown was meh.
Yeah.
Excuse me, guys.
Wait, who's that?
What's going on?
Oh.
You didn't see me here?
What? I guess TK Trinidad from AfterBuzz is hanging out with us tonight.
I mean, just that's how we do.
This is
That's
an
how you do?
invasion.
I mean,
Are
I'm
you
just
here to break
saying,
noses?
Becky did that, so I had to repay. So hi,
Just don't break our noses.
I'll think
Yeah.
about it.
Okay. Not because.
Keep the chairs away from me.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with us,
No
TK.
problem.
Because, I mean, you would have to agree that tonight's SmackDown was pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, coming from the #1 show, it was okay.
Well, yeah, you have been on SmackDown a couple of times.
Yeah,
so
I
we
mean,
get
you
it.
were on here a few weeks ago. Because, I mean,
As you see the motif, coming from the #1 show, I decided to pay the
I
visit.
thought the red shirt was because you're just like battered and bloodied from the beating that SmackDown does in the ratings every week.
Yeah.
The red shirt is essentially, you should be afraid, but I'm being nice to you guys, so this is the only red
Were you
that's
hanging out with
today.
Becky yesterday and she got blood on your shirt
Well,
because
you
it was
know,
white before?
she should have watched out because it could have been my elbow, not Naya's.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow. Wow.
That
Fighting
sounds
words.
scary.
I know, studio audience. I know.
I wouldn't mess with Becky. I don't know.
Well, I mean, granted, I wouldn't mess with TK either. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let's get into this show because we only have so much time and so much to talk about this week. AJ Styles starts in the ring talking about how he's defeated everyone except for Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman shows up, and Paul Heyman, mentions, we all know that we're never going to get to see Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan, but I don't want you to feel like you're a consolation prize. So I want to have the best seat in the house when Brock Lesnar goes up against the second best in-ring performer in WWE history. And AJ says he's going to make Brock tap out, and out comes Daniel Bryan. And Bryan says, AJ, you bring my name up one more time, I will punch you in the face. And AJ's like, well, I didn't bring your name up. Paul did. If anything, I've complimented you in this. And Daniel Bryan proceeds to punch him in the face. And then they brawl. Refs, agents, and Shane all come out to try to separate them.
Can I just say, whoever's doing the audio for this, I was listening to this on headphones, and Shane McMahon yelling in the back, blew my ears out. I was like, I'm going to be deaf from this. Because Shane needs to calm down.
I liked it. I thought it was really fun to see Shane get so angry and heated. And it really makes me think, wow, these guys are freaking good at what they're doing.
Yeah, no.
Because they're super convincing.
Yeah.
You felt the emotion, although it was kind of weird. The only thing that really threw me off on this was AJ Styles, very un-AJ-like, stumbled a lot on his promo.
His promo was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Tell us more, TK.
I mean, it was really, not like his usual self. He was stuttering. I thought he was sick. I thought the reason that happened, that championship between him and Daniel Bryan, was that something's happening with AJ that is okay, we have to, change over the storyline completely. I think AJ was supposed to go into Survivor Series, but something's going on because it seemed like It was like it wasn't like on purpose. Like, you know, when you're too tired or something, it just seemed like something was wrong with him.
It just seemed like he was, everything he was saying, he just was forgetting almost.
Yeah.
Where it was like, I'm the dumb, and you're like, okay, just
because
take
he's
a breath.
normally so much better than that.
I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe Heyman threw him
Pneumonia,
off a little
like
bit.
something where, because Survivor Series is around the corner.
Yeah.
Like,
Literally.
Are we sure it was that? What if he's just upset that, foreshadowing what was to happen at the end of the show? Maybe he was just not about that storyline and he wasn't feeling losing.
I mean,
No.
He seems like a committed,
Like a team player type.
he's
Yeah.
not an
deal.
Austin Aries type dude.
No.
I feel like, I think with every like long title reign like this, once they start counting the days when they're cutting promos, you're like, all right, this is definitely like when he was like 367 days, or I just felt like I was like, he just keeps saying how many days he has the belt. I'm like, he's definitely losing this thing.
The more they say the amount of days, more than likely is when they're about getting ready to lose the title.
Can I ask you guys actually, I'll save it to the end when we discuss what actually happened because I don't want to spoil anything yet.
Okay.
But I have a great question for you guys when we get there.
Awesome.
Well, then they have another altercation, I should say, backstage. Shane announces title match is going to happen tonight in the main event.
Which can we just also talk about? So no one else is really mad though that Daniel Bryan's getting a title shot.
No, no one's mad.
But I don't get why like the Miz wouldn't be like, whoa. Why don't I get a title shot?
He's busy being captain.
I get that, but also I think it's kind of weird that nobody is like complaining that Daniel Bryan lost 2 weeks ago and now he's getting another title shot just because AJ wants it. Like I don't know. I just feel like it should have been.
The champ requested it.
Yeah, but I feel like it should have been a little storyline throughout the show of them being like, this is
Was there
ridiculous.
not enough storyline for you tonight?
No, there's always room for more. It's a sentence they
There's
could have
so much
said.
story. First match of the night, Andrade and Almas versus Jeff Hardy. Big story at the beginning of this match is the fact Jeff Hardy's got a new shirt. Therefore, it is time. We need some Christian's Closet for Mr. Jeff.
Pause.
Wait, what do you mean pause?
I mean, I want to say that I attribute Christian Closet to you, but we have a new thing, and since I'm here, we're gonna do TK's Boudoir.
Excuse me?
Yeah, let's cue the music real quick.
Yeah,
What
girl,
the hell
get
is
it.
this?
Courtesy
Wait,
of
time out.
London. Somebody made it courtesy of Coco Cena, Evan, and we play this on Raw, and since I am on SmackDown and I am part of Raw, we're going TK's Boudoir. And TK's Boudoir goes to Nia Jax for essentially massacring Becky Lynch and throwing everything, according to Bosa, which I agree, everything out of whack as far as what they had planned for Survivor Series.
So your
thanks,
fashion
Nia.
segment has to do with someone punching someone in the face.
And Nia's makeup was on point.
Okay.
There's makeup in the closet.
First
Yes.
off, how dare you? How dare you
I
interrupt
mean-
the
Do you,
most...
do you have makeup in your closet?
No.
And the song has my name in it. I mean, that's what happens when you're on
All
the
right.
#1 show.
First off, why don't I have custom music, people? Why doesn't anyone make me music? Okay, I need that. Second of all, that is the most must-see, must-listen segment in all of AfterBuzz Wrestling
I
and
mean,
Sports.
not
Just
so
ask Scott and
much,
Arbor.
because somebody made a song for me and not you. And I've only been doing this for like 3 weeks. Just saying. Thanks, though. I like the idea.
I've only done like 500 episodes.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, guys,
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
where's my music? All right, well, Jeff Hardy had a new shirt, but I don't even want the music now.
It's not gonna
Just
happen.
go into the match.
Let's not. Let's just go over it. Let's just skip over it.
Yeah, that was
It
definitely-
happened.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, the match was fine. Didn't really understand the purpose of it.
Exactly. Why?
But Jeff
why
Hardy
is-
won, almost dominated, and then at the end lost. Like he's
Yeah.
been that's really been the story.
Yeah.
It's almost seems to be like, all right, I'm beating this guy, beating this guy,
Right.
and I lose to this guy.
I feel like we're in the World Cup again of like people on Team SmackDown. Let's get every old person we have and put them on the team.
I think he wanted to just
Yay.
debut some new makeup because his makeup was different too, like the design on his face.
I know, but he could still lose. Maybe that's his bad luck makeup.
Maybe.
The bad luck makeup.
I think the purpose of this fight was to actually have Andrade and Almas and Jeff Hardy working because there's weeks where they don't do anything. So, I mean, Jeff Hardy's been getting a lot of matches, but Andrade, he's kind of hit or miss. So,
Yeah, because they don't know what to do with him. They actually have a really good
yeah.
team, but they're not using them like a lot of other folks on SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah.
I do need to point out two things in the chat. One, Dodgy Claire says, "Get out of Christian's closet." And number
only
two,
looking at the ones that
Tim
support you.
Houlihan saying, "This is my first Christian's closet live. I'm so excited." No, I'm sorry. Don't blame me. Blame her.
Hey.
Tim, why aren't you watching every week?
You should have told Becky to
Live.
stay on her side. I would have been doing Raw tonight, which is actually happening too. A lot of people hit us up on Twitter yesterday. And by the way, so let me preface it, I'll make it quick. Gabby decided to take me to Vegas to watch Impact, so I couldn't do Raw yesterday. So that's why we're doing Raw tonight. So it wasn't my fault. I had plans on doing Raw, but Gabby's like, no, let's go to Impact.
Wow, you're sounding a lot like AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan here. You know, it's not my fault.
She would have had the host the show by herself. So I mean, what's better? Let's weigh the options.
Yeah, so. And in actuality, you don't even have to blame Becky. You have to blame Gabby. That's why I'm here.
It's my fault. Sorry, guys. It's my fault for a good time.
Listen. Let's just do what everyone else on the internet does today and blame Nia Jax. Okay?
Perfect.
I know she must be
But Tom, you know, let's
Which
also
I feel really bad
but,
for.
But besides with that, let's also do what we love to do at AfterBuzz
Yes.
and praise our fans and our listeners because
Yes.
we love them and we want to tell you about fun, exciting things that are
I
happening.
just want to keep
here.
saying yes.
I can see that.
Hey, AfterBuzzers. Our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more, there's no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help, and we need you to subscribe to our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channels, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit the subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz TV channels as well. Let us know you did in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. Anybody in the comments subscribing? Anybody?
Everybody.
Let us
Everybody's
know.
subscribing. We're having a blast here.
Yes. And for now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Boom.
And
Let's get back to SmackDown
we even
Live.
got mixed reviews on Gabby taking TK.
What are the
Hostage
mixed
to
reviews?
Vegas.
Why is it mixed reviews?
I don't
what-
think there's
have
mixed
fun.
reviews.
I see Jose Medina saying Gabby's a bad influence.
In a good way. Come on, you could
That's
be
a
a
good.
bad influence in a good way.
Wait.
I
How
had
so?
like 7 hours of sleep in 2 days.
It's all perspective. It's all perspective.
Mrs. Backstage with Paige. Here is where we find out Daniel Bryan's off Team SmackDown. It was just like, oh, by the way, we're going to sneak this in here. Now that he's getting a title match, he's off the team.
Which
so
is
Miz,
another story that we missed.
right.
Like, that made no sense.
So the Miz talks about how he's the sole captain, and so with that, he has to replace Daniel Bryan. So you know, Jeff Hardy was impressive in his match against Andrade Cien Almas. So the last member of the team will be. I was ready for him to say Andrade Cien Almas.
Yeah, bad guy.
But
Why
then
would
he
you think
said
a good guy.
Jeff Hardy. And here's the one part
I
that
know
confused
why.
me more. So then he also says he wants to kick Rey Mysterio off. And Paige is like, you're not doing that. And he's like, well, that was Daniel Bryan's pick. Well, last week, Jeff Hardy was Daniel Bryan's pick to be in the match to determine the last member. So therefore, he's also Bryan's pick. And then you just brought him on the team. But you want to kick Mysterio off.
But Miz doesn't make sense ever. He's illogical. That's
This makes
always
sense
how
all the time.
He makes sense a lot.
Yeah.
100% of the
That's
time.
the name of the game for him.
Go by
I
Marine
think they
6.
just read the script and it's like, we're just, this is just what we're doing.
This is what we're doing tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Who
it was like our show is all over the place. Let's just do something that makes absolutely no sense, and have Miz pick a good guy to be on his team when he could have picked an up and comer like. Almost,
Well, I mean,
but-
I honestly think that both shows, there's a whole bunch of stuff that just didn't plan. Like, I honestly think something's wrong with AJ, and I hope it's nothing crazy. But I think that threw everything in a loop. Obviously, Becky Lynch.
Peggy Lynch?
Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch.
Get our
knows.
champ's
I
name
know,
right.
right? Becky Lynch. That wasn't planned either, because that was epic. Like, that was like after Raw, it was everywhere. Like, as far as mainstream media, so everyone was looking forward to this fight. Now that's all changed. So I feel like they're trying to scramble within what,
yeah.
4 days, 5 days.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of moving parts, and
Yeah.
the writers are like, "Oh yeah, forget the story. We're just gonna do this."
Could you imagine being one of the writers and you're like, you get off of Raw last night and you're like, oh my gosh, we just had an amazing show. This Survivor Series is gonna be so good, and then you wake up, then you're like, oh, yeah, Becky's not gonna be in the match.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
that was
we'll
the
get
main
more into
event.
we'll get more into that. We'll
that
get
was
more
the
into that.
main event.
But we have Paige tells Miz that if he wants Mysterio off the team, they have to face each other, and that match is going to happen next. Before that, we get a Nakamura promo. He doesn't hear Dasha's introduction because he's listening to a video of Seth Rollins' promo, and then he asks Dasha, "Why didn't you introduce me?"
But why was the crowd so rude?
I know,
during this
yeah.
segment?
I know, I didn't like that at
really
all.
was not feeling the disrespect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
They kept saying what every time Nakamura said something.
I just didn't like the guy being like, I don't understand what he's saying. I don't understand him. And you're like, can you just turn that mic down? Like, I don't need to hear the crowd when he's doing a promo like that.
Yeah, it's one thing if it's to what chant universally from the crowd. It's another thing, when like some on the mic's picking up just a couple guys who are like, what is it? Blah, 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 blah. No, we don't need that.
And you know what he's saying.
Yes.
Like, it's pretty straightforward. Stop being an ass.
He said, last night Seth Rollins broke my heart, so at Sunday I'll break his face.
Which was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, the lead up to that was like, great writing.
Miz versus Mysterio. Fun match. Mysterio gets the roll, gets the win, keeps his spot on the team. After the match, Randy Orton shows up to try to attack Mysterio again. Mysterio dodges him this time, kicks him in the face, and then Orton just RKO's Miz. And that's it. But Randy Orton not on the team. Miz could have picked Randy Orton to be on the team.
Could have.
He did not.
Another old guy.
So we'll see. We're waiting to see what happens with that.
Listen, can someone in the chat room tell me the average age of everyone on SmackDown?
I think it's decreased since Crown Jewel. Like,
It's less than Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Like the team. No, I meant Team SmackDown versus Team Raw.
Oh,
like,
yeah, it's pretty.
Well, yeah, because Miz, I think, is the youngest. So Mysterio's over 40. Hardy's over 40. Shane is
like
over
50.
40.
But he looks good.
There's
I'm just saying,
There's Miz and Joe is in late 30s.
Yeah.
Joe's in late 30s?
Yeah. I mean, he's wrestled a long time.
He needs some cocoa butter.
Yeah, well, help him with. Maybe is that in the boudoir?
No, not for Joe.
Oh, okay.
He's got to get more ripped.
Yeah, just a little more.
I don't discriminate in Christian's closet.
So you're rubbing cocoa butter on everybody's
all
chest?
shapes and sizes. I do Christian's closet for all shapes and sizes. If they bust out new fashion.
So you're rubbing cocoa butter on everybody.
I never said I'm personally rubbing the cocoa butter.
Okay, you're just watching them get rubbed down.
I'm just giving fashion advice.
Okay.
Cocoa butter is really good for you. Just FYI. I'm just like picturing it. That's why I have this like burned image in my mind of
Me
like,
putting cocoa butter on Samoa Joe right now?
Yeah. It's like disturbing.
That should be a T-shirt.
A drawing of me putting cocoa butter on Samoa
Step
Joe.
into Christian's closet.
How about we don't step in and we put a lock on that door? Keep it shut.
Speaking of lock, why wasn't there a lock on this door letting TK in?
Hey, that's y'all's fault.
All right,
Because our
women-
doors here are
Our
open, we're
security,
friendly, okay?
she took out the security outside.
With
I
the-
hired security.
But
My
thank-
dog Charlie was
thank-
security, and
thank-
he only has one eye.
thank
so
you.
she came in the other way.
Thank you to AJ0314 in the chat. Shane McMahon, 48 years old. Ray, 43. Jeff Hardy, 41. Samoa Joe, 39. Miz, 38.
Okay, what's the Raw team? And that we can.
Raw
keep going.
team's younger.
Yeah.
Raw team's
A
definitely
lot
younger.
younger.
Women's segment. So this is the big one. Paige brings out the entire SmackDown women's division, and Becky comes out last. She is hand-picking her replacement. She goes on the mic talking about how she's angry as hell. I took a good beating, but that's never stopped me before. I got a taste of blood when I beat half of that locker room and made Ronda scream in pain. Even with a concussion and a broken face, I can still beat Ronda's ass. You're not the baddest bitch on the planet. You're the luckiest.
Ooh.
She then goes around to try to decide who's going to replace her, and she chooses Charlotte, where I'm not surprised that she ended up picking Charlotte, but what surprised me is then she hugged Charlotte.
She whispered sweet nothings in her ear.
She did.
Yeah.
I mean, under the circumstances, I think that this promo was done very well.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that they still had Becky come out and do something to address the situation and then kind of tease us with who she's going to pick. I think we all probably guessed that it was going to be Charlotte just because of the storyline and where they've been going with it all this time in the last few weeks. But it wouldn't have been good if they didn't go with Charlotte and they picked somebody else. I think they need to continue this storyline, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Charlotte versus Ronda and if that's going to feel more fire, with Ronda, or not even Ronda, with Becky and Charlotte.
If they went
after
with the crowd, it would have been Asuka.
Yeah. Which I almost think.
Yeah,
I think
the crowd wanted Asuka.
I mean, this was a match that has been said online that was going to be headlining WrestleMania next year.
Yeah.
Like main eventing WrestleMania.
Now maybe it's going to be Becky.
I think it is. Like I think in the end, this is a really weird blessing in disguise that they can have this go on until WrestleMania now, because either one of them can lose one of their belts and then you somehow get into that match. Like I think it'd be cool if Becky loses the belt and then somehow they have an elimination chamber and she ends up showing up and gets in that match. And then
I got one better for you. Becky loses the title sometime, wins the Rumble, and decides to go to Raw.
I know, but
compete for the Raw title.
I think it'd be better of like a better surprise
Yeah.
of like, it'd just be cool like Shawn Michaels, coming up and going after Undertaker, that kind of thing.
All this aside, that was my question for you guys. I was saving. And you kind of answered it, Tom, but I'll go to TK and Christian. What do we think about Bryan, or not? Well, not even Bryan, actually. What do we think about Becky? I don't know why I'm saying that. My brain is fogged. I've been driving for like 12
Forever.
hours. What do we think about Becky going to WrestleMania this year and actually fighting Ronda and having that match we were supposed to see this weekend?
I mean, it could definitely. I mean, it's going to happen either at Mania or Rumble.
Yeah.
It will be happen at one or the other.
It has to. Well, the thing is, why they didn't pick Asuka is because, as we've already discussed, like Ronda, they want everything to be mainstream. So Becky built herself up enough where people are like, okay, well, we don't really know who she is if you're not a wrestling fan, but we know who Ronda is. But Becky's character, it kind of builds in. So if you pick Asuka, she wouldn't be as much of a pull mainstream.
It wouldn't be as
media-wise.
big of a draw. You're right.
Right. But Charlotte Flair, obviously Ric Flair, so that was like the best thing to at least kind of save face and still get the CBS's and TMZ's and everybody else talking about that event. So it's not about us, as we've discovered with Crown Jewel and every other pay-per-view. So,
But I think it's a weird thing to hype up that, just to push it up that fast. I get the idea of you want the mainstream.
Well, we didn't have much choice.
But also I feel like what happens at the end of the show, we got, we have another match, a dream match that people have been wanting to have for a long time.
yeah.
So we have two kind of dream matches on this show that don't really have any like story.
Well, what
Do we think the men's one would have happened if the women's one didn't change?
No, wait. No, if it was...
It would have stayed put. If Becky didn't get hurt, everything would have stayed pat?
Yes, I think so.
If nothing's wrong with AJ. Like,
Yeah.
unless they
Right.
force that.
Right.
But I think, too, what may happen is that Ronda's going to win. Becky's going to be
We'll get to
disappointed.
predictions, don't
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Continue.
How we do our show.
Well, I
Christian's
mean,
very structured.
my bad.
How we do the A
in that
show.
Case, I think Ronda is going to win. And the reason being is because Becky's going to be upset at Charlotte for losing, and you can extend that battle back and forth because they're amazing together. And, then you can carry that into WrestleMania and have that dream match between Becky and Ronda because everybody was looking forward to that
Yeah,
match.
I think it goes down. I could say Royal Rumble, maybe. We have a match of Becky and Charlotte.
Possible.
We do a double turn at that pay-per-view.
Okay.
So then Becky's the face.
Officially?
Yeah. Because, people are going to keep cheering for her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
I don't know.
And right now, WWE loves Ronda Rousey, so my prediction would have been
No.
that Ronda, would have won if Becky was okay and safe to actually
I don't
have
think
this
so.
match. I think it would have happened because they're not going to make Ronda lose yet.
And what are they going to do with Nia now? I know we'll talk about it on Raw at 10, but that's a whole nother thing.
What do you do with her? Have her lose the Ronda because she was going to anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she gets a title shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's that supposed to be? Do we know yet?
I don't know. She probably will get fired like everyone else says.
She's not gonna
so.
get fired.
She's
I'm
not
joking.
gonna
I know
get
I'm joking.
fired.
I'm joking.
Possible. Rock is going to make a call for sure. That's not happening.
New Day versus The Bar and Big Show. It was fun. We kind of knew what was going to happen here. Big Show, knockout punch on Kofi, gets the win for the team.
I don't get why they had this match.
I'm just ready for the Big Show Drake Maverick sequence. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to in that match, that tag match.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all.
No.
It was boring. I don't know. It was boring. They could have had.
There was no promo, though.
They could have done something with the all the tag teams though.
Well, we did right after. We have the Usos in like the basement
Yes, they're
of the
in
arena.
the boudoir.
That
Both
was
of them
great.
for sure. The smoke, the light was
Hanging out with the Colognes, Gallows and Anderson,
Speak a little
and Sanity.
Spanish.
Speaks to all of them, gives them all SmackDown shirts. They're all unity.
Cocoa
SmackDown's
butter,
about unity.
for sure.
Sure.
Could be on Christian's Closet
And then welcome to the SmackDown Penitentiary.
I thought it was a great promo.
It was a great
Like
promo.
it was fun, but it was
To
too
help-
quick. Of
build-
like,
I mean, it was short and sweet. You had all of them, obviously, plus a New Day. And I mean, again, we'll go get into predictions a little later, but SmackDown's tag team group.
somebody put a picture on Facebook or on Twitter of like the Raw team and then just the Usos and the New Day, and they were like, "Why does the New Day and Usos need anybody else? Those two teams could beat every Raw team."
What do you
So-
think, TK?
Well,
Because I mean, New Day are
that team's weak.
New Day's
It's
your
weak.
boys. They're your
see,
boys.
I'm kind of conflicted. I am kind of conflicted. Like, I love the Usos for obvious reasons, and they're hella nice, and New Day, hella nice. cocoa butter on all of them for sure. So yeah, I am kind of like, you wouldn't want to put cocoa butter on all of them? The Usos? For real?
But look who they're going against.
You wouldn't swoon if the Usos came into this room right now?
Look who they're going against.
Would I swoon if the Usos? Is Naomi with them?
No, like say Naomi's obviously gonna be with them. But
Okay,
say the Usos walked in first and they just appeared right here.
Perfect.
You wouldn't swoon?
No, you'd give the distraction. Then I'll chat up with Naomi.
She's a married woman.
I know.
Am I gonna have to Enzo
Wait.
you?
Well, he's a married man.
She wants to rub cocoa butter on her husband.
On both of them.
Isn't Jay also married?
Yes, but they need the
Okay,
look.
that's
They need the
twice
look.
as bad.
They need the look. It's more for artistic purposes.
I don't understand how TK got in here. Gabby, what did you do?
I also like
Bad
that.
security. Bad security.
I had no part in this. This was not me. Yeah, because hello, I'm Team Blue here. We're SmackDown,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's
don't
what
run
I
for Raw.
thought.
I don't run for Raw, even though I like TK. But anyways, so I was gonna say it's really cool to see like our tag teams and what we have as talent on the roster, because we have high flyers, we have someone like Biggie who's a powerhouse. So there's a lot of versatility. I
Yes.
feel like in our tag team division, whereas I'm not so sure Raw has that.
I'll give you that.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, and Tails P in the chat room mentioned, yeah, TK, go ahead and give Killian Dane some cocoa butter too.
Does he have to shave first?
All right. Main event of SmackDown. AJ Styles defending the championship against Daniel Bryan. They go nearly a half hour. It's just a clinic because we talked about it a few weeks ago how these guys are just both so incredibly amazing.
Too many commercial breaks though.
You knew that was going to happen with the amount of time they gave. With the amount of time they gave, you knew that was going to happen.
That's on them to go, hey, we have a really good match at the end of the show. Let's load up on commercials in the front of the show.
They're not gonna say that.
Yeah,
though.
they will.
Come on.
They could only have one commercial break in the match. They had like
Over
2
a
or
half
3.
hour?
Yeah.
They do one like every 10 minutes.
I know, but they shouldn't.
Well, this was such a
Welcome
good.
to television.
Yeah, this was such a good match though that you wouldn't like, you know how sometimes you just get frustrated and you're like, forget it, I'm just gonna like watch it on DVR.
Yeah.
It was such a great match that you would watch through the commercials.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
almost beneficial for them to put the commercials there because they're selling you stuff.
Yeah, but
Smart.
I don't. But do
They don't work
like
for
the
The
picture
box,
in picture.
picture in picture.
Yeah.
But then the matches get into its grand finale, and Daniel Bryan, like the goodest of the good guys, the greatest of the goodest guys.
Pulls a Gargano.
Yes!
Or Nakamura.
Or Nakamura.
Yeah.
Or
Delivers.
Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe
Yeah.
did that too.
Deliver. I
Or
mean,
AJ.
Why does I know AJ's nuts,
Maybe
man.
that's why.
Yeah, he's got to get. He's like, guys,
AJ's
every time.
yeah. Why is AJ the victim of all the low blows? Daniel Bryan gives him a low blow. The crowd is stunned. Running knee. Daniel Bryan on SmackDown right before Survivor Series becomes our new WWE Champion, and the crowd does not know how to react.
Yeah, they were very confused.
They actually weren't cheering for
No,
him. I felt
'cause
like.
we're so
And don't
confused.
hate on us at home if you're thinking they cheered and you didn't hear it, because we get that all the
There
time.
were some people that
Yeah.
were doing the yes.
Some, yeah,
but
some
they were
yes,
very
Majority.
like,
and then there were some
Yeah.
like, what just happened? Daniel Bryan, you think with all his comeback and all the emotional stuff, you would think it like he finally achieved what his dream was. Be so emotional. He has this evil grin.
Yes.
And then just continues to beat the crap out of AJ after the match.
Yeah.
Can we talk about why, or even if you like that he's turning heel?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it too.
Like Daniel Bryan turned into Gollum. Like he got the ring, and that evil face he made was like, I love this. I'm never letting go of this,
Yeah.
and I
it's
can't
true.
wait to see what happens now.
Yeah. It's like you put in all the work. You put like you practice, you train, you do all this, but you never make that mantle. And it's like you get so close to it and you're touching it, and you could literally Tanya Harding this person. And it's like, look, I could Tanya Harding this person and make it, and who cares? Or I could try again and fail. And sometimes you're just tired of failing. Like you don't want to roll all the way back down and start again. So like, you know.
I am so intrigued with where this is
Yeah,
going.
it's awesome.
And it's because, I mean, Daniel Bryan hasn't been a heel in years, for one. And it was so entertaining when he was. But like I said, like he's like the poster boy of overcoming the odds. And now we have him cheat to win the championship.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
And now he's going into Survivor Series. I mean, he's still going to get cheered more than Brock, But he's made himself turn heel, and now we're having this dream match out of the blue. Because the blue brand is the best brand. Out of the blue.
No pun
Not
intended.
facts. Not facts.
Pun definitely intended. With Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar. It's just going to be so amazing. Obviously, we'll get in the prediction in a minute, but we got wrestling rap.
Wait, no, before we get there, don't
Wow.
play music yet.
Yeah. Wait, we're not.
I just hyped it up. I just hyped
You
it
know
up.
what? He's so ready to rush me, but I have a really important question, and I
Yes.
want the fans in the chat room.
What the hell just happened?
She's undercover. She's been on Raw
I
this
know.
whole time.
Do you have a red shirt on?
Maybe I'm turning heel today. Anyways,
I felt like Gabby just gave me a low blow just now.
I did want to ask you guys, along with the chat roll, you know, what do we think about Daniel Bryan winning this title before the pay-per-view and not on the pay-per-view? Or, like, them having a card where that could be a possibility.
Well, Survivor Series, the title wouldn't be on the line the way they have it
Yeah.
set up
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, I know they don't have it set up, but I just find it, like, interesting that it was done on just a regular SmackDown.
I-
There was no
I
special.
think
beauty of
something's
live
wrong with
TV.
AJ.
I don't know if
Beauty of
something wrong
live
with AJ. I just think they had an amazing main event setup of Ronda and Becky, and that went completely, away. And they were like, "How are we gonna save this show now? We need to what are we gonna do?"
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, listen, AJ, you've been an amazing champion, but let's switch it up completely. And then to turn Daniel Bryan heel, I tweeted out who would ever thought Daniel Bryan would turn heel before Shane McMahon? We
Yeah.
all thought Shane was going to be a bad guy this whole year,
And
leading up to WrestleMania.
true.
Now Shane's still a good guy.
Zeno Hour in the chat brings up a good point, which is talking about, I was like, is this a way of Paul Heyman leaving Brock
Yep.
to align with Daniel
I
Bryan?
thought that
Because
too.
he's the one who brought up
I
Daniel
thought
Bryan in
that
the
too,
promo.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I thought that.
I
I
like
was
that.
I was really
Yeah,
like,
but-
why is he saying that? And he's saying Daniel Bryan
Is the best
is the
in-ring
best wrestler.
performer.
Not even Brock Lesnar is number one. Daniel Bryan's number one. AJ's number two. Where does Brock go in that?
Yeah.
So if that were to happen, where would Paul Heyman he'll just leave Brock completely? Is what you
maybe.
think?
I was thinking he would
Oh, no, he
demolish
does
both
both.
of them.
He
That's
does
what I was
both.
thinking. But also
Yeah.
today, I mean, a sad memory, but today was the day Eddie Guerrero passed away, and someone
Yeah.
wrote on the line that Daniel Bryan lied, cheated, and stealed his way to the WWE Championship, just like
And
Eddie.
he did.
I know. It was awesome. I was like, oh, what a great kind of way to remember Eddie.
Tie-in.
Yeah. And
Oh.
did you know that?
Brought that down really quick.
I know.
Yeah, I
sorry,
know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
We're
say
all
that.
so excited,
It was
so
something
happy.
good. It was all right. Also, mixed match challenge. The winners get 30 spot in the Rumble now.
Is this a wrestling rap moment that you're stealing from Gabby,
am I?
too?
Wait, go on.
Oh, I don't know. All right, just go to the rap. Okay, fine.
We'll go to the rap, and if you want to add any rap yourself.
Yeah,
you
because we
can
had
feel free.
wrestling rap. Let's hear it from Gabby.
Okay. So, the first story of this week is some fun WrestleMania facts. WWE reportedly made the city of New Orleans an estimated $175 million in revenue from tourism brought in during WrestleMania 34.
In 1 week.
And well, not even. I guess the average amount of days spent there from the tourists were about 3.9.
4 days. In 4 days.
It was in a very short amount of time, not even
I was
7
there
days.
for less than 24 hours.
Well, yeah, you don't count. You still count. You bought stuff. And then 77% of all people attending WrestleMania were from outside of the New Orleans area. So that's pretty cool that they brought in all those people from
Definitely.
different regions and internationally. And that is up 30 million from WrestleMania 30, which was also in New Orleans. However, the home of the WWE Performance Center, which we know as Orlando, seemed to do better than both New Orleans events when comparing economic impact. So, what city would you guys like to see host WWE's WrestleMania in the future?
Philadelphia.
Toronto.
Los
yeah,
Angeles.
your hometown.
Yeah, I mean, LA will be when they build the new Ram Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should do it in Toronto again, though. They absolutely should.
Yeah,
Well-
let's stop the repeats. Let's go somewhere new.
I see. Except
Right.
if they're making money, But hey, this year they're in my hometown, you guys, New
New
York.
York.
They're in
the
New
New
York.
Yorkers are gonna hate that.
Yeah, the
Just a whole bunch
traffic.
of traffic, whole bunch of people walking around. There's already a lot of people walking around as it is. It's gonna be a poop show.
Everyone
Be
has
like
Bullet
Times
Club
Square
shirts.
everywhere.
It's because
Beards
when they
and
had
Bullet Club shirts.
SummerSlam, it was crazy. You had everybody walking with their belts and stuff like that, and people were looking at them like they're crazy because there's these grown old men, and it's just, sorry guys.
Well, they are crazy. Why are you wearing 9 belts?
Well, I mean, you bought it, you might as well wear them.
Okay.
It's like if you buy all your jewelry, you have to wear it all at once, so everybody sees it.
Well, moving on to the next story, we now pronounce Roderick Strong, and Marina Shafir, husband and wife.
Nice.
The WWE couple just exchanged vows and have officially tied the knot, you guys. The Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey flew into the States right after her international shows to attend the wedding, as Marina as we all know, is a member of the Four Horsewomen of MMA. And it looks like Marina is having a great year because she signed her WWE contract this year and she got married. So congratulations to her.
Yep. I'm a member of the Four Horsewomen of the MMA.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's great. Good for them.
Yeah.
They got
I
a
know.
kid. Good times.
Just
I think
updating
Ronda
you.
needs some friends up there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want Shayna to come up just yet, but I think...
You want all of them up together.
Yeah, but like if you saw when Nia and Tamina were like kind of cornering her and Ronda's there by herself, like Natalya wasn't there obviously for obvious reasons because of last week's Raw, but it's like she needs a squad. You can't just be rolling just because you can give arm bars doesn't mean you can give everybody arm bar and then look what happened.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to make it even more epic when they bring up those people like Shayna Baszler and, Jessamine. It's going to be fun.
Might as well just take away all the dudes. The women are gonna run the show for real.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine with that. Their storylines are better.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh, thanks. I'll thank you, for saying that on behalf of all women. So, gotta love the women. All right, third story. We support our fellow women.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
This is a year for us.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
You're the woman.
So I'm gonna
Come on.
support the women.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kevin Owens. I work for also a women's wrestling show.
I've heard of it.
So I'm all about that.
You said you heard of it.
Crazy.
Oh goodness.
All right. Well, someone who is also crazy but also out of commission is Kevin Owens, and he was interviewed with Inside the Ropes and has been having doubts about his future at WWE. He told the company that he has been with WWE for 3 years and he has done so much. He said that the moment with Vince, the headbutt and winning the Universal title might be the pinnacle of his career. The one and only KO said these moments may be hard to top. Do you guys think he'll be able to create more career highlights when he returns to the ring?
Yes.
Or could this be the end of the road?
No, I think he definitely will. I mean, those type of moments, they're certainly going to be hard to top, but there are ways to do it.
Yeah. And he didn't top them. I mean, obviously he topped them. He wasn't in the ring by himself. So like one of my favorite ones is him and Jericho with the list, like him
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Sami Zayn. So it's just like it's who he's partnered with or who he's working with as far as making
It's
it. So-
peaked when him and Sami Zayn main event Mania.
Yeah.
Interesting. And then also, I know Tom had a great story about Kevin Owens you might want to share.
Oh, Kevin Owens got a cat. And it's adorable.
And he knows this via Twitter. He's not
Great.
stalking him or anything.
All right.
So yeah, that's the end of our wrestling
His
wrap.
name's-
That's the end of the
name's
wrestling
Junior,
wrap?
okay?
All right, well, then we had the other thing I know Tom was
Yes.
bringing with the Mixed Match Challenge.
Yeah.
Because they did announce whichever team wins that, they will get the 30th spot
Yep.
in the men's and women's Royal Rumble.
So I'm gonna call this now. I'm calling my shot.
Do it.
Miz and Asuka win.
Ugh.
We get main event of WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan heel versus face Miz for the WWE Championship.
I don't know how I feel about Face Miz.
Why?
I'm not really.
I have a feeling somehow it's going to be like Lashley and Mickey James win it, so they can hype Lashley as the 30th
They
man.
need to. Did you see him bend over yesterday? Fantastic.
Can we actually go back to the Mixed Match Challenge stuff for a minute?
Sure.
So, you guys know AJ didn't compete in the Mixed Match Challenge.
I wouldn't expect him to tonight.
So, at this point, I'm wondering, is it maybe an injury? Is he taking time off? I
I'm
know we're
telling you, something's
speculating
wrong with him.
things.
Well, tonight it was to sell because he just had to beat on the end SmackDown, and then all of a sudden it happens right there.
Yeah.
Now we got to do the Mixed Match Challenge match. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we got to find out in the next coming days if there is actually something wrong with AJ Styles.
I'm sure something is gonna break by tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
If there is something wrong, but it doesn't make sense. I just can't see him like misstepping his words and slurring and making these mistakes when he hasn't made these so much obvious mistakes. Because I remember Shane made a promo and he kind of flubbed it too, but not to that point where it's just like I was like listening out for it. So I again, I hope everything's okay, but it just seemed very off,
Yeah.
out of character.
All right, we got to do some predictions because Survivor Series is, by the way, happening. I don't know if you guys heard of us talking about it at all. But Survivor Series this Sunday. And guys, we get about a month off of pay-per-views after Survivor Series.
I don't know what I'll
It's
do.
a Christmas
Shocking.
miracle. So let's get into matches. The one night of the year where Raw and SmackDown compete against each other. If you don't count Money in the Bank, the Royal Rumble, Evolution's
I
Pit,
cannot wait.
and the Crown Jewel.
I cannot wait till
tournament.
they stop saying that.
Yeah. All right. First off, the kickoff will be the tag team Survivor Series match. So Team SmackDown, Usos, New Day, Sanity, Gallows and Anderson, and the Colognes versus the team captains, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Ascension, Revival, Lucha House Party, and the B Team. This is the best you got, TK?
Yeah,
This is the F team.
Yeah, I have nothing for that.
There's no way Team SmackDown loses this
I
match.
have
Yeah.
nothing for that.
Team
yeah.
SmackDown.
If they lose this match, I'm
Cocoa
going to be
butter
very
for
sad.
all of them.
All right. Cruiserweight Championship will be on the line. Buddy Murphy defending against Mustafa Ali.
Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy.
I'm going to say Murphy retains. You agree as well?
Yeah.
When you nod, they don't hear that, TK.
I said.
Maybe that's what you do on Raw.
I
but-
said.
Okay.
Well, see. People are calling me out for taking over, and I was just giving you back your show. But if you want me to come again, I sure can.
That was
You were
good.
like, Christian's losing control. So, you welcome, but,
Control is never lost here.
if you say so.
Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins versus United States Champion Nakamura. Dean Ambrose is going to somehow get involved. Nakamura is going to win this match.
Yes.
Yeah.
You agree? You agree?
I guess I'll go with Nakamura.
All right, we're all in agreement so far with everything. Ronda Rousey now facing Charlotte Flair.
This is going to be a good match.
It's going to be a very good match. I'm honestly thinking Ronda's going to win this match.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't see her losing, unfortunately.
And
I
then
think
they
she
could use
should.
the story with Charlotte failing.
Exactly. Ronda's gonna win. Charlotte's gonna have more beef with Becky because she was supposed to help her out.
All right, we're all.
Or I could see Becky costing Charlotte the match as well.
If,
Yeah.
Something weird like that.
But
No,
she has to be clear enough to do any type of physical.
Yeah,
No,
they're
I
not
guess,
going to
yeah.
clear her.
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
wouldn't clear. If they're not going to clear for the match, they're not going to clear for that.
Because if it's already announced that she had the concussion, then she enters the ring, and then something happens, 10 years down the line, you can literally say,
Yep.
well, on this day you allowed me into the ring, so legally she can't do that.
Yeah. The Bar, SmackDown Tag Team Champions versus Raw Tag Team Champions, Authors of Pain. I feel like this is going to be like a surprise one, and somehow Drake Maverick is going to outsmart someone on the Bar, and Authors of Pain are going to steal a win here.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the Bar, if they lose, that does nothing to them.
Yeah.
It does more to AOP if they lose.
Both those tag team storylines are rubbish.
Both
Yeah.
gotta win something, so I'll go with this one.
Yeah, I just feel that either AOP just takes out the Big Show at the beginning of the match, and
Yeah.
we never see him again, and they're just completely dominant, and you're like, oh, okay, that's out of nowhere. But
Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be when I'm going to go to the bathroom or fridge or something.
Women's Survivor Series match. We have Team Raw, Mickie James, Ruby Riott, Natalya, Nia Jackson, Tamina versus Team SmackDown, Carmella, Asuka, Naomi, Sonya Deville, and blank. I don't know who it would be, but apparently,
what's going on?
guys, I'm trying to.
That's how we do!
I'm trying to.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to do a show here, guys. I'm trying to do some predictions.
No, not the chair.
TK's boudoir, her panties.
What up? Play the music real quick.
No, we're not
Play
replaying.
the music real
We're not
quick.
replaying the segment that you stole from me.
Play the music. I like it. It's better than
You're slowly killing
And if Johnny LaQuaso would be kind enough to grab a headset and actually talk with us for a minute, that'd be fantastic. There's one right behind you, right over there. Hey Johnny, thanks for stopping
You
in.
can turn up the music
for
a
the
little bit
for the
louder.
last couple minutes of the show.
Pleasure
Yeah.
to be here. I can't hear a thing now. Is it working?
Yeah, no, I
You
hear
know
you.
what?
Oh, yeah.
I tend to believe you guys may have rescheduled your Raw taping to invade us specifically.
All right, well, Johnny, while
Hey,
you're
went
here,
to Vegas.
I'm gonna say this.
Well,
At least
I'll give
your
you a
Raw
pass.
people showed up because your real Raw people didn't show up at SmackDown at all, and that security guy stood there and did nothing all night.
because they were intimidated by the security guards on SmackDown.
I know exactly.
They were one of them kind of looked like me.
Then there's
in other
no
words, they were
intimidation
intimidated.
whatsoever.
Oh,
Very intimidated.
There's no
All right, well, Johnny, while you're here, we're on the Women's Survivor Series match. Who you got?
I have no idea who's in the match.
All right. So Raw, you got Mickie, Ruby, Natalya, Nia, and Tamina. SmackDown, it's Carmella, Asuka, Naomi, Sonya Deville, and we don't know the fifth
Raw.
member since now Charlotte is
Oh, no,
facing
without a
Ronda.
doubt. SmackDown wins that one because Ruby and Natalya are going to take each other out.
I'm 100% with Johnny on that. Team SmackDown wins this one.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Asuka-
SmackDown wins for the night.
Maybe Asuka's sole survivor again.
Possibly.
Let's be honest, though. This Survivor Series is a train wreck.
Oh, for sure.
They had no time to prepare it
No, well,
due to all the money grab pay-per-views.
and then
Have
well,
you
then-
watched
injuries.
SmackDown tonight yet?
No, I have not.
Oh,
it's
whoa! Oh my God!
oh my God!
Do you know what happened tonight?
No.
A lot.
Don't spoil it for him. Come
Well,
on.
no,
come
well,
on,
no,
guys.
well,
No,
let's
you
go
can
ahead
tell
and-
me.
yeah,
It's
I'm gonna
fine.
tell- Okay, so here's what happened. So Charlotte is now facing Ronda. With the tag team Survivor Series match is going to be on the kickoff. Dana Bryan is off Team SmackDown because now he's the WWE champion facing Brock
How
Lesnar.
could you do that?
Yeah.
You're so evil.
He would have watched it anyway, so it's
Okay,
fine. Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Daniel Bryan turned
20.
heel tonight and beat AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yes.
did.
I am
what
not
he did.
kidding. I am not kidding.
This is
Do you
the
want
best
this reaction to
reaction
SmackDown
ever.
every week? Can we?
You hear
I
that
mean-
is recorded. That is proof right there.
I mean, you know what we can do? We can just switch Raw and just invade SmackDown and then do Raw.
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, nobody really wants Christian's closet anymore.
Why was the title even on the line?
Because
Paul
AJ
Heyman
was so
started it.
AJ and Daniel Bryan were so angry with each other. AJ said, "I'll give him a title shot."
Yeah. But I think something's wrong with AJ.
Did AJ
legitimately.
break his leg or something? What
That's
happened?
what we're like.
Yeah, we
Something's
don't know. Something-
it's like
something
it's
seems
AJ hurt
But he
someone.
still like had the match. It's not like
Yeah.
he wasn't doing anything.
No, yeah, they
physical.
did like a 25-minute
Yeah.
match.
Yeah, but you have somebody like I believe it was like Kobe Bryant, who, or was it Michael Jordan? He like played the series like with pneumonia and stuff like that. Like, so you have people who are athletes who just push through. So
Well, it
Love the
could
look
be
on
something
Jennifer.
like that,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be
All
like
right,
broken
we're
bones or
being
anything.
told we got to wrap up, but we got to get 2 more predictions in here. For men's Survivor Series match: Braun, Ziggler, McIntyre, Balor, and Lashley versus Shane, Miz, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, and Rey Mysterio. That one, Raw is taking that one.
No
Oh,
way.
SmackDown.
Miz
SmackDown.
leads to
Raw's
victory.
taking that one.
I think
I
Raw's
also say
taking
we
that
should
one.
close with TK's Boudoir song. Just
Well, Brock
before we
versus Daniel
finish.
Bryan. Who you got? Brock and Daniel Bryan. Because now you got to figure
Daniel
it out.
Bryan, and then Heyman signs him.
Daniel Bryan wins.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan.
No, I think Brock is gonna win.
Johnny, have you exhaled yet?
He's so shocked right now.
I'm sorry. I've just loved AJ Styles' title run.
Yeah.
And
I did
You
too.
have to watch his speech.
If Daniel Bryan's gonna get, I went.
You have to watch his speech. And also shout out, when's your special coming out?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay, well, his special is amazing, and when it comes out, we'll let you know.
Thank you
because,
for being there. I
You know,
appreciate
Raw is the #1 show, so we'll
Thank
announce
you,
it
TK.
there.
Johnny's crushing it, everybody.
Yeah.
He is
We
crushing
had
it.
ladies throwing
Essentially.
panties on the stage. It was crazy.
I got no panties.
Well,
You got TKs, I guess.
TK's obsessed with cocoa butter. We'll get into that, but we gotta
Love cocoa
we gotta plug all our social medias because we gotta wrap things up. So, our
you
special
can
guest
go
on the
first. We'll end off.
no, I
Do you
closed
guys
my
wanna,
damn show.
You guys
Yeah.
want to stay here and do Raw with us? It's only her and I.
I don't know. Well, maybe we'll do a run-in too. Who knows? Have one way to find out, everybody.
More than welcome.
All right. So for our SmackDown fans that may want to talk to you guys on social media, how can they reach out to you?
I mean, you guys already know me, but you can find me on everything at TK Trinidad. Also, if you guys watch Raw, I made an announcement of the contract. The contract's not signed. However, big network coming up within this week. It's big. It's going to be bigger than Christian's Closet times 2.
Impossible.
Possible.
Hey, Jonathan
Very
Costa.
Yeah, if you want to, we're gonna do Raw now, right after this, because none of us were here last night.
Because Gabby kidnapped me to
I
Vegas.
kidnapped TK. I'm responsible for that.
Great.
One man down.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna get kidnapped by anyone, that's a good person.
Yeah,
to get
Thanks.
I mean,
I appreciate
there you
that.
go.
Yep, Twitter.
Oh, Jake Wasto.
All right. Tom.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at TomTheCom. Check out my Etsy store.
Yes.
You want a little steel cage for your
There it is.
Funko Pop? Got it.
Tell you every time he comes in, it gets better.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you guys can follow me at Gabby Loren TV on both Instagram and Twitter, and here on Tuesday nights for SmackDown Live.
And follow me on Twitter at Will Rosenberg, Instagram, The Will Rosenberg, PersonTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Starting next Tuesday, huge Black Friday special on Pro Wrestling Tees, 20% off shirts, up to 40% off Pro Wrestling T-shirts. So you want to go to the site, save some money, holiday gifts, buy a shirt, so you can be a part of Christian's Closet, because Christian's Closet has a T-shirt. I don't know about a boudoir.
Well, that's it, guys. We're wrapping up. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye, everybody.
TK's got tank tops.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.